Mix TV presents the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash, your one-stop money shop. Also by Hardee's. Hardee's tastes like America. Now it's time for your local sports highlights and interviews with your host, Pat Benson.
Hello and welcome to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, brought to you by Hardee's and Check Into Cash. I am your host, Pat Benson. As always, we have a whole lot to cover. But first, we're going to start off on a little bit of a serious note today. We want to pay our respects and remember Coach Hubert Conley, who unfortunately passed away this week at the age of 49. Coach Conley had been a fixture in our community for many years. He had worked at Bradley Central and most recently Lake Forest Middle School. Coach Conley had a profound impact on generations of students and athletes, and he will be sorely missed. So we definitely want to send out our thoughts and prayers to Coach Conley's family and everybody right now who is hurting. So let's try to get you caught up now on our most recent scores. We had a busy week this week. Football, we had 2 nights of it actually. Thursday, October 8th, and Friday, October 9th. Weather played some games with us this week. On Thursday, October 8th, East Hamilton laid it on Hickson 48-18. Marion County defeated Tyner 26-14. Maryville defeated Bradley Central 35-13. The Bears hung in there for a while, but we know how good Maryville is. Every single year, they're extremely tough to face. McMinn County laid it on Notre Dame 50-6. Meanwhile, Sell Creek got a much-needed victory over the North Georgia Falcons 14-6. Meanwhile, Saudi Daisy beat Signal Mountain 31-15. All right, moving on. Friday, October 9th, McMinn Central with a big win over Copper Basin 21-7. Meigs County edges out South Pittsburgh 28-21. Shelbyville defeats Cleveland 50-14. Grace comes up short against rival Silverdale 31-14. And Sweetwater shuts out Polk County 49-0. All right, let's look at our standings. It is officially getting serious now. Teams are starting to get an idea of what their postseason picture is going to look like. So Class 5A, Region 4. Ray County, no surprise, they are 7-0 in season, 2-0 in region play. Behind them, we have Saudi Daisy. They're 3-4 in the season, 1-0 in region play. Meanwhile, Walker Valley, they're still very much able to make a move. They're 4-2 overall, 1-1 in region play. And Lenoir City, they are 1-7 overall, 0-3 on the season. In region play. Class 6A, Region 2, no surprise, Maryville, 7-0 overall, 2-0 in the region. Right behind them, watch out for McMinn County. We've been saying this all year. McMinn County, 7-0 in season, 3-0 in region play. Meanwhile, Bradley Central, they are 5-2 overall, 3-1 in region play. Ooltewah is right behind the Bears. They are 3-4 in region play, 1-2 on the season. Tied with the Owls for that 4th and final playoff spot are Cleveland Blue Raiders. They have the identical record, 3-4 overall, 1-2 on the season. Behind them, we have William Blunt, 1-3 in region play, 3-4 in the season. And Heritage, they are 2-5 overall, 0-4 in region play. All right, girls soccer. We've got a few scores for you. Last Thursday, October 8th, CSAS and Bradley Central tied 3-3. Walker Valley lays it on McMinn Central 10-1. And girls volleyball, Monday, October 12th in the Region 3 AAA semifinal. Cookeville swept Bradley Central 3-0. And Cleveland swept Saudi Daisy 3-0. The next day, Tuesday, October 13th, Cookeville defeated Cleveland 3-1. All right, so we got a new special feature this week. A new special segment this week. It is called our Tweet of the Week. Shout out to Bradley Central. You are the first ones to win this Tweet of the Week segment. They tweeted October 13th. Always a special day when we play in the Ratterman Shell Memorial Scholarship and Golf Tournament. extra special this year as the BCHS team took home to the local high school trophy for the win. Thank you all for what you do for this community. At the Real BC Nation, hashtag rep the B. Shout out to our Bears and our incredible golfers we have out there. So go ahead, send us in your best tweets or Facebook posts of the week. We want to see them. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we are going to speak with Coach Nunnelly and his runners out at Walker Valley.
You are watching the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash and Hardee's.
Hello and welcome back to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show. We are here with Walker Valley cross country coach, Coach Nunnelly. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us today. Get us caught up on how the season went this year. I'm sure it was unlike anything you've ever been a part of before.
It's been different. The meets have been smaller at times, but we've also had some big meets. We're not done yet. We've got one more regular season meet to go. It's technically a postseason meet, but it's the Chattanooga Area Championships, the front runner. And then we go to region the following week. So that meets next week, regions the following week after that. And then hopefully the goal always is to get to state. So hopefully we'll have one more to go in November. But it's gone pretty well. We've got a talented team, and they work really hard. So we'll just see if we put it together on the right day or not.
Oh, yeah, it's all about that. All right, Coach, how many runners do you have on both the boys' team and the girls' team, approximately?
For girls, I believe we have around 14, 15. And for the boys, we have about 20 or 21 total.
All right.
But for varsity boys, we've got 7, and varsity girls right now we've got 3, but we're obviously working more towards meeting our standard to make varsity. So,
all right, cool. I know we're going to talk to Jack and Caroline in a little bit. Other than those two, who are some runners who've impressed you this year and have stepped up and made the jump?
We've always got Chase Carroll, who's a solid competitor. He's our number 1, number 2 guy. Him and Jackson are always competing for that number 1, number 2 spot. So some other guys that have stepped it up have been Caroline's brother, Carson. He's a solid competitor, and he creeps up on them too because he's really good at pacing. And he just works hard. He never complains, doesn't really say much. But I know a lot of the guys notice as the season goes, they're like, man, like Carson's really getting good. And that's how it is year after year. But another kid that stepped up has been a freshman, Javen Bowe. And I think he sort of shocked everybody the very first meet. We had a JV race that he won by a pretty significant amount. And they were like, whoa, they were like, Javen might be able to make varsity. And a couple meets later, he was on varsity. So he surprised me there.
That is awesome. All right, Coach, I got some big picture questions for you. I know obviously physical conditioning is so important to run cross country, but I know a lot of it has to be mental as well. What are some mental techniques that you try to pass on to your runners?
Don't focus on what you're afraid of. Focus on the goals that you want to achieve. Because if you think about when you get on the race line, and your race is about to start, if you're thinking about what could go wrong and, things like that, then obviously you're already in the negative. So you got to just focus on, all right, this is an opportunity and I wanted to see how well I can do. I've trained for this. This is our opportunity to kind of measure where we're at. So focus on those types of goals.
Building off that last question, I know you're a teacher first and a coach second. What do you think cross country can teach these young adults that they can carry on through the rest of their life?
You got to work for things.
Yeah.
And it's worth it. When you put some hard work into it and then you see these results, you have to earn it. This is a sport where nothing's given to you, and it's all on you. I try to do the best I can to coach them, but at the end of the day, they don't really have anybody else to blame but themselves. And if I feel like something is my fault, if I see a weakness in a meet from our team, which I did a couple meets back, I come in and look for a way to fix it and look for a way to train them better for that. But it definitely just teaches them that you have to work to earn things. And when you do earn it because of that hard work, it feels really good.
No doubt about it. All right, Coach, I know you've got a long history of running. Last question. Who are some coaches that you try to copy or you try to learn from or just try to emulate?
My coach from college, Rodney Stoker, who when I was running for him, I learned a lot. He was a really, really good coach, a great coach. He was so good that while I was in college, shortly after I graduated, they hired him as one of the assistants for the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
Wow.
And so he spent some time up there, and then he had a family, 3 young boys. So he went from there down to McCallie, and that's where he's still at now. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Coach Nunnelly, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. Now we're going to talk to 2 of your runners.
Okay.
We'll squeeze in a quick commercial break, and then we'll come right back.
You are watching the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash and Hardee's.
All right, welcome back to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show. We are here with Walker Valley cross-country runners, Jackson Davis, Caroline Saunders. All right, first question for both of you. We'll start with Caroline. What was this season like, what's it been like so far? I know it's a lot different from previous seasons due to the pandemic.
Well, because of the pandemic, we got to start training earlier in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So it made it better for us because we were conditioned earlier in the season, and that helped our team a lot.
Very cool.
The pandemic, it messed us up a little. It's harder getting to some meets. Some meets are canceled, but all around, I think it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah. Oh, that is good news then. All right. How would you grade your personal performance so far this season? Letter grade.
I'd give mine an A so far, but I could get an A plus.
Okay, cool.
Harder.
Yeah, I'd probably same thing. I think I could do better.
All right, awesome. What are your goals for the rest of the season going forward? Individual goals.
I would really like to be able to go to state, but that'd be a team effort. But I just want to stay on varsity and just get better with every race.
Very cool.
My main goal would just to be get under 18 minutes. I've been stuck at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to get under that.
Yeah, that'd be impressive. All right, I need some advice now. I try to run a little bit whenever I can on the weekends, but I'm slow and it's just not working for me. What advice would you give to a novice runner like myself who's trying to cut down on their time?
I'd say you would want to do longer runs, but then also practice doing sprints too. So, and then mobility drills would really help with speed.
Okay, so mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Jackson, what would you say to me?
Just as Coach said earlier, just as we have to struggle, you just got to keep working at it. Just try and get better.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Now, rapid fire, I got some questions for you. Best sports movie of all time?
Blindside.
Blindside?
Oh,
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I was going to say that too.
All right, cool. All right, funniest person on the team?
I have to say
Brett.
Yeah, Brett.
Yeah, Brett's pretty cool.
Probably
All
Brett.
Brett.
All right, Brett's the funniest. All right, favorite class?
I take mechatronics. It's kind of like robotics, probably that.
Okay.
For me, it's probably math. I really like math.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, last question. Favorite athlete?
I'd probably go with Meb Kafliske. He's a runner.
Nice. Very
I
cool.
like him.
My favorite's probably Alex Morgan. She's a soccer player. She plays for USA.
That's awesome. All right. Thank y'all so much. All right. So that's Coach Nunnelly, Jackson Davis, Caroline Saunders. Let's go out. Let's make sure we support Walker Valley cross country. They're wrapping up their season. We know they've got big things ahead of them. So thank y'all so much for taking the time to speak with us today. And we're going to head back to the studio.
You are watching the Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, presented by Check Into Cash and Hardee's.
All right, welcome back to the Mix 104.1 Southeast Tennessee Sports Show, brought to you by Hardee's and Check Into Cash. Before we send you on your way this week, let's get you caught up on what you need to know for our Friday Night Lights action. Big game coming up for Bradley Central at William Blount. That's obviously got playoff implications since it's a big region matchup. Meanwhile, Cleveland will be hosting undefeated McMinn County. Let's go ahead. Let's try to get that big upset victory for the Blue Raiders, and let's try to help secure a playoff spot for them. Walker Valley, they have a tough matchup. They're traveling out to East Brainerd to take on the East Hamilton Hurricanes. We know that's going to be a showdown. McMinn Central will be hosting Signal Mountain. My Owls of Ooltewah are traveling up to Maryville. Good luck to them. Polk County will be traveling to take on undefeated Bledsoe County. Saudi Daisy will be hosting undefeated Ray County. Grace will be traveling to take on Lake Wade Christian. And the Silverdale Seahawks will be hosting Knox Webb. So that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Hardee's and Check Into Cash. Quick programming note, remember to catch all of our Friday Night Lights action on Mix 104.1, Talk 101.3 The Buzz, and Fiesta 99.1. Tune in early for pregame coverage, hang out later for postgame interviews and wrap-ups. And remember, you can watch this show anytime right here on the Mix 104.1 Facebook page, the Mix 104.1 website, and of course the My Mix 104.1 app. We'll be back next Friday with more sports updates and exclusive interviews. Thanks to Coach Nunnelly and his two runners and Walker Valley for allowing us to get that time to speak with them. Big shout out to our executive producer, Austin Chadwick, for making all of this happen. I'm your host, Pat Benson. I'll see you next week.